Hello, Trisha. Very good morning. This is Angie. Now here, I'd like to show you how we can do the basic testing of the new 7 inches multimedia display. Right now, when you receive the goods, you will find the electronic board and the 7 inches panel are separately, so you have to mount them together. Then you can do the test. As we did here now, the electronic board has been already combined with the FPC cable. Here is the FPC cable. FPC cable is to connecting the board with the panel. So what you need to do is you connecting the other side of the FPC cable with the 7 inches panel as we did here. And this part is sent as previously image TFT. Okay, now I'm going to show you quickly what's the send and what's the different part of the new module, of the new electronic board and the previously image TFT board. Okay, here is the new board. And first, I'd like to show you what's the same part. The same part of the hardware is first, it's the connector for the powering and for the communication. This part is same. The cables are the same and the connector type is the same also. The other part is this electronic port also has the USB flash drive for the configuration purpose. Okay, these two parts are the same with the old module. And the new parts, the different one is this new multimedia has a video in connector. First is it has the video in connector. The second is it has a SD card slot. Because the new module is using the SD card to be the memory capacity. It's the difference. So you need to the module needs to carry the SD card all the time. It has to be within the SD card. Otherwise, it cannot has the capacity to put for the videos and the pictures, all the content in SD card. And the third part is the new module has the dip switch function. This dip switch function is available to reverse the layout upside down. First reverse the layout, then it can open and close the background music. And also, the final function of the dip switch is you can use the dip switch to update the display's firmware. Okay, this is the comparing. This is the comparing of the old 7 inches. Comparing the old 7 inches to the new 7 inches electronic board, control board. Then right now after we done the connection and we know the basic function of the new module, we can do the test. Do the real test to send the signal, powering and send the signal to the display. Right now, I connect. It's a board that we make ourselves. It's a signal transfer board. we transfer the code through the RS232, and through this board can transfer RS232 to RS485 and to our control board. Okay. After we send the power, you can see the display. The default layout of the display is we will have the basic lift running information, and we will have a media frame. The media frame window that I put two videos, and 5 pictures. Total seven numbers. Media content. They will play continuously, non-stop. It's like a advertisement or amusement function for the display. So through the speaker, you can hear the sounding of the video and also the background music. The default setting of the display, the background music, is being opened. And you can use a simple screw here to adjust the value of the sounding. You can increase, as I do here, increasing. I increase to the largest for your reference. Here, it's the largest of the value. And you can decrease the value also. Okay, that's the value adjustment. Then, right now, you can do the test of the floor number. It's the ASCII code testing. Okay, now for the display content testing part, the arrow, the floor, and the alarm message. Okay, I open the alarm message. And I open the time and the date. The alarm messages, the time and date, and the lift information testing are all the same as previously 7 inches TFT. They are the same testing methods. The only difference is previously the media window is only can play the picture, and this version, this multimedia, this new electronic board can play the video and the picture together. And when it's playing picture, it can have the background music together. And right now, I show you how you can find the floor code in the DVD discs folder. Here, when you receive the disc, you will find the folder of the 7 inches multimedia display. Then you will find the different folders for the softwares, for the SD card content, and inside the data sheet, you can find the ASCII code floor table for this display, and you can find a simple user guide and the software user manual also. For your reference, when you done the testing of the software. Okay, if you have any questions of the software, you can feel free to let me know. Right now, after we do the testing of the content part, I'd like to show you the final function is the keyboard here. You press the SET. It's set. The set button you have to press longer. Then it will enter the main menu. Inside the main menu, you can check your phone. First, information is the firmware version. Here is the B210323. It's the software is the firmware code. That you can check if it's right after you download the new configuration file. Then the main function of this main menu is to adjust the time and the date. Suppose that we want to adjust minute to 35. Then after we done, we press the enter. Then we use up and down to adjust jump to different object. Now suppose that we have done the segment. We go to the quit part, then we press again the enter. Here, enter button. Then we can jump back to the standby mode of the display. After we jump back, elevator, the display doesn't need to send the power, but we have to send again the communication code to send again the signal code to the display. Because it's turned back to the standby mode, and it will wipe the information of the lift signal. Okay, it's the basic testing of this new board. Right now, I show you additionally. That's the new function here for the dip switch. The dip switch that mainly you can use is on the dip switch 1, and you can use is the S0 and S1 is two function. Before we use, we have to power off the display. Then the default setting you will find the S1 is open. How to see it's open or closed? Upside to the on side is open, then downside is closed. So when you open the S0, the first, sorry, it's S0. When you open the S0, you can turn the layout upside down, reversely. Here, you can see when I open the S0 part, the display's layout turn totally upside down, but the content are all the same. So you only need to use the dip switch. You can turn the whole angle of the display. Okay, and the reset part of this dip switch is we have to power off again. Every time you do the dip switch, you have to power off and power on. Then it will be functional. Here, The S1 part of the dip switch, when you open the background music. And the background music is being opened when we shift the display. It's the default setting. So if you want to close the background music, you just turn off this dip switch. Then the background music will be turned off. Here, as you can watch now, there is no background music for the display. Okay, thank you. If you have any question, feel free to let me know.